Welcome to Talk Theory. It's your host, Kiara Barnes, where I talk all things life, what makes us human, and what makes us superhuman. Sit back, relax, and join me for a chat. Hello. Welcome back, everyone, to another another new episode of Talk Theory. I hope everyone had a good weekend. I know I did. It was my birthday, guys, and I went to Disneyland for my birthday, and I had the most fun. I ran into some Fantasy Island fans, so if you're listening, thanks for stopping me in the store at Disneyland. It was really sweet. Yeah, it was just a good day. I had the best time. I'm happy to report that only one ride made me a little sick. Y'all, you have to know, if you hear Luna, she's in the studio right now. I used to love roller coasters, okay? I used to love roller coasters and rides. But I stopped going on them a few years ago because I just started feeling just dizzy, I guess. It's not even nauseous, but just a little dizzy. But I was really happy because I went on a few rides and was completely fine. And I'm happy to report, that I didn't get sick. I was completely fine. And granted, these are Disney rides. They're not like the most extreme. Although Space Mountain, that was extreme. But I grew up like going to Six Flags, which was just the best. So I feel like I need to go back to Six Flags to test the theory, That was like my favorite place as a kid. Specifically the one in St. Louis. If you know, you know. Mr. Freeze, Batman, those are my favorites in the park. And then Superman for sure. Anyhow, all to say, I was completely fine until I tried out this one ride. I think it's called like something Mandalorian maybe or something at the Star Wars area. And it made me so sick, y'all. I was like piloting a ship and it was whipping me and my friend around a ton, and I had to look at the screen. It was rough. But after that, it was fine. It only lasted like maybe 5 minutes where I was like, okay, this is not great. But 5 minutes, that's not too bad. So overall, pretty good day. My week definitely started off on a good foot. Okay, now that I shared that little update with you to get in today's podcast, we're doing something a little light today. I feel like these past few episodes, I'm always going to have a little something, something for you to think about. But I just wanted to kind of just, chat, just have a gab sesh. And why not tell you guys my business? We are talking my dating life. Yeah. I haven't updated y'all in a long while with what's going on with that. And what I've learned and what's been going on now. And I just feel like, yeah, you know what? Let's get into it today. Because I've been been thinking about it. So we shall. First off, I do want to say, really honestly, I've really grown so much within this whole department, and I am really proud of myself. I've been having this conversation with just like friends and even family, and it's cool to look back at the growth and notice how I've changed for my benefit. And I just want to mention, I think it's good to have that reflection period or that time to kind of sit back and notice those things, because me doing that, I just was like, wow, it's been a minute since I've gone on a date, like what's going on? And after doing a little reflecting and realizing, besides just having a busy schedule, my interests have changed in what I'm looking for in a partner, right? So I'm attracting a particular kind of person now. Um, so I don't know. Also, I should say, if you've been listening to this pod for a while now, you know that I got out of a 3.5, 4 year relationship. It's been about like maybe a year and some change now. And it was very hard and difficult in the beginning. Like, I'm not going to lie. So the healing process was an up and down kind of thing. And dating after being with someone for that long came with its own challenges. And so I don't think I was totally locked in on what I wanted, because I was still just trying to recover from the whole relationship in itself. And, like I had ideas, but I had to date and get to know people, have moments of contrast so that I could get to a point where I knew what it was that I wanted. And so okay, so let me update y'all. I was seeing someone recently, and I had to make that decision to step away, which was another new feeling. I think, especially after going through, the initial breakup, before I was feeling just really torn about it, because I mean, I'll be honest, I am a relationshipy kind of girl. I love having a partner, and dating it can be a little bleak, and a little sad sometimes, if I'm being honest. Um, and so anyhow, this person just crossed some boundaries with me, and I had to make a decision to stay with that energy or to move on. And ultimately I decided to move on because I realized I'm talking about the person I was recently dating. I realized it was more uncomfortable to stay in something with someone who I'm not fully happy with or fully feel safe with or just feel like we're a good match. So I ended things, and I'm happy I did, and I don't mean that in an ugly way. Just personally, I was proud of myself because a younger version of me would have stayed in the hopes to work something out or like continue to prove to myself that I'm worthy of having someone or keeping a relationship. But it just goes to show how far I've come, where I'm not looking or seeking validation from outside sources. I'm able to notice what feels good to me in the moment and decipher between those thoughts to make a decision that overall benefits me, right? And at the end of the day, I am living my life for me, not for anyone else. So, I might as well pick and choose the right kind of energy I want to surround myself with. And I will always choose peace. It's something I've had so much of just during the whole healing journey. And it's something I'll always want to keep within me and around me. So if most of the time when I'm with someone and I notice a lack of that, I don't have to stick by that and only have that. So FYI, if this is a sign for anyone else confused in a relationship or situationship or whatever, just listen to your gut. You'll always know. And I know that I've been slightly joking about how I've had these impossible high standards ever since watching, like Prince Eric and Little Mermaid and King George from Queen Charlotte, which, oof, oh goodness. Okay, anyway, stay focused. I've been joking about that, but honestly, it was just a good reminder that I should be confident and very strong-willed in my choices for partners. And I'm not saying that the person needs to be absolutely perfect. Like, that's not realistic. But I've become much more aware of who I want to attract into my life moving forward. And anyone that is not that, I'm okay with letting them go. I have a very specific vision and understanding for the direction that I'm going in. So I need a person that will be a great match, to connect and grow with during this time. And to me, especially at this point, it's worth the wait to me, because I much rather get it right in terms of accepting what I know I deserve, than to settle for someone out of fear or loneliness. Because that doesn't just do me a disservice, but also the partner I'm seeing, because then they don't get to fully grow either and find their match, or, that could be waiting for them. And I think also having this new sense of confidence and stability in myself is because of all the self-work I did on me in the past year. I've grown a ton in many aspects of my life, but one area is I feel so much more strength in my voice. And whether it be, through work or friends or family or people I'm dating, I'm confident enough to just be who I am and also state who I am. And again, not accept just any kind of behavior. I decided what I want to attract, and that's that. So, this is just a reminder that we don't owe anyone anything. You can change your mind whenever you want, and you can do what's best for you. I think especially on these dating apps, don't even get me started on the dating apps. It can feel like, I need to be nice and socialize and blah, 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 blah. I'm here to say, no, you don't. Not saying that you need to be mean, but I'm just saying you don't have to do things out of obligation. Okay, here's an example. I matched with this guy on a dating app, okay, the other day, and super handsome, beautiful guy. It just seemed like, wow, like, okay, this is like the full package. And then, I'm like, I have this feeling like, oh, you should click on his Instagram and see what he does. Like, what's his life like? And I understand, right? Instagram, social media is curated, but you're also only going to post stuff that you connect with. So, you know what I'm saying? So, match with this guy. I go check out his Instagram. And he had the most wild videos up on his public Instagram talking about how he felt and feels towards women. And let me tell you, folks, the things he was saying, I unmatched with this man so fast. So fast. I said, ooh, okay, bye. Because what the heck is the point of going out on a date with him if I'm getting a sneak peek preview of the way that he would treat me because of how he feels? Like, if you're confident enough to post the things he was posting up on there, I'm like, oh, heck no. And we had chatted a little already, but you know what? I don't owe him anything. In the words of Keke Palmer, I don't know this man. sorry to this man, but I don't know him. I get to choose who I want to spend my time with, and I don't need to feel guilty about that, and neither do you. Okay, so where are we now with the dating? And the update is nowhere but somewhere. I'm feeling just really good at the moment, not really too bothered either way, and I'm just open to what happens, but also I'm just in a good flow state right now. I think the best things come to you when you're just not really searching for them, And so for me, like, I can still be on the dating apps, but I don't need to like be like, oh, is this going to be the guy, or is this person going to, it's like, just, I have the app just because I have the app. And, if I happen to go out with someone on it, great. If I don't, and I end up meeting someone in person, great. Then I delete the app. It's just like, I don't need to put so much pressure. So that's what I'm kind of doing right now. Is just going with the flow and allowing things to pan out at their time. But I don't need to feel a rush. So I'm just out here, folks. But I feel much more prepared this round. Definitely. So the theory of the week is this. Because, I also still want to give us a theory, even though, I'm going to keep you guys posted for sure. But today was a little less serious, I still want to leave us with a good theory, right? So the theory of the week is this. If life is a mirror, the more you love yourself, the more you will have it reflected back. So what we put in, folks, we get back. Energy is energy. We all know this. You all know this. I know this. And that's how I'm just going to approach this season. Alrighty, that's it for today. Be sure to come back next week. All new episodes every Monday. Okay, love you. Bye.